Alright then, I'll use my torch to... You're right? Sorry. I know, it's hard.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the times the Stranger Things cast just couldn't keep it together while filming. We're excluding behind the scenes hijinks and wanted to warn you that some of these bloopers may contain spoilers. Number 10. Cat on a Mission. Chapter 1. Susie, do you copy?
Oh, what's wrong?
It's almost 9.
What?
We forgot to reset the clocks. The power went out last night.
Ever wonder what happens when you film on location? Well, sometimes stray animals happen. In season 3, Natalia Dyer, who plays Nancy Wheeler, runs around the back of the Byers' house after jumping out of Jonathan's, her boyfriend, bedroom window. As she runs, a cat scurries out of the bushes, lets out a little meow, races alongside her for a moment, and then zooms back into the bushes from whence it emerged. Natalia doesn't seem to notice, which makes it all the funnier. It's a small moment, but the randomness and commitment of both actor and intruder make it a great blooper.
I really don't need a Jonathan Byers pep talk right now. Can you please try faster?
Number 9. Gaten versus the Phone. Chapter 8. The Mind Flayer.
Mind Flayer.
What does it want?
To conquer us, basically.
In a blooper from season 2, Dustin, played by Gaten Matarazzo, races to answer the phone as the gang prepares to battle a demonic mind flayer, which is a gigantic monster from an alternate dimension. Gaten comes in a little hot as he slams the phone back into its wall cradle. For any Gen Z and younger watching, phones used to be attached to the wall by a cord. We know, ancient. We love this moment because Gaten really tries to make it work and get the phone and its cradle back onto the wall. It's pretty fruitless though, as the entire mechanism has fallen into his hands. Still, he tried, and his sheepish grin at the end makes this an endearing, if epic, fail.
It's just a game. It's a game.
What the hell are we doing here?
Number 8. Maya Hawke's Water Fountain Trouble. Chapter 7. The Bite.
Pizza straszna.
Kto taki?
Srebrny kot.
Drinking and talking at the same time is difficult in the best of circumstances. Now imagine how hard it is when you have a camera and crew watching you. Season 2 introduced us to Maya Hawke's Robin, the co-worker of Joe Keery's Steve Harrington. Later in the season, she and Steve are under the influence after they're drugged in an underground lab located in the bowels of the Hawkins Mall. Maya leans a little too far over while getting a drink of water from the water fountain. It ends up squirting up her nose. Her embarrassed giggle of surprise makes this a sweet, goofy moment caught on camera. We kind of wish it had stayed in, as it totally fit with her character's state.
I'll take those odds.
Number 7. Charlie Heaton races the salt. Chapter 7. The Bathtub. In season 1, the gang gathers together to help Eleven, played by Millie Bobby Brown, contact Will Byers in the Upside Down. In order to do so, they need to fill a huge bathtub with salt so she can float.
We just need salt. Lots of it.
How much is lots?
1,500 pounds.
Charlie Heaton as Jonathan Byers and David Harbour as Police Chief Jim Hopper head off to collect the salt. What follows next is like a classic slapstick routine. Charlie catches the first bag hurled at him no problem. He barely gets a grasp on the second, then struggles to get that bag to stay on its pile. Then the scene goes literally downhill. He gets a bag to the arm and bursts out laughing.
Right.
Who can blame him? We imagined those things weren't light.
You gotta trust me on this. I am going to find him.
Number 6. Millie's Turn to Tumble. Chapter 1. Susie, do you copy?
Guys! This was fun and all, but
I have to go home.
There have been a lot of tumbles in the Stranger Things blooper universe. Mike Wheeler's Finn Wolfhard seems to have a particularly long-standing beef with Gravity. In this scene, however, it's Millie Bobby Brown's turn to tumble. In season 3, the team journeys up a huge hill to set up a radio tower. As Millie Bobby Brown turns to speak to the rest of the Hawkins crew, who are standing farther up, she slips. Finn doesn't seem to notice and keeps pulling her along for a brief moment before she tumbles.
Oh, sorry.
We love this moment because Finn makes it worse by pulling her down with him. At least she seemed to be able to brace herself a bit before she really went sliding down.
Curfew at 4? They're lying. It's been like this all summer.
Number 5. Finn snorts his milk. Chapter 2. The Weirdo on Maple Street. The Stranger Things cast is no stranger to accidental snorts. In this adorable blooper from season 1 of the show, we see a young Finn Wolfhard accidentally snort his milk a little too intensely while shooting a scene at the dinner table. The snort itself appears to have been scripted since it made the final cut, but this blooper take looks like he caught himself off guard. He looks at the milk in a brief moment of shock. We've all been there. The feeling of snorting your drink is not fun, even if you know it's coming. We also love this throwback considering how much all of the kids have grown up since that first season. Where does the time go? They used to be so small.
It's okay, Holly. It's just a loud noise.
Number 4. Woodchuck noises. Chapter 6. The Spy. We love this blooper from actor and comedian Paul Reiser because it reminds us of a scene in Easy A in which Penn Badgley, dressed as Woodchuck Todd, makes some pretty iconic woodchuck noises.
Woodchucks! Woodchucks!
Reiser is shooting a scene in season 2, and when he flubs his line, he starts to make some gnarly sounds as he moves to restart the scene.
Not very pleasant in here, it is.
Reiser's role as Sam Owens is one of great importance and moral integrity in the show. The juxtaposition of this seriousness with the absolute absurdity of the sounds coming out of him makes this a fantastic addition to our list. Take a listen to these side by side and marvel at the strangest crossover we never knew we needed. Number 3. Caleb surprises a teacher. Chapter 3. The Pollywog.
Excuse me, Mr. Sinclair.
One of our favourite things about all of these bloopers is getting to see the child actors so adeptly handling their work, especially when they make a mistake. Their professionalism and ability to keep rolling is obvious, even at such a young age. In this blooper, Caleb McLaughlin as Lucas Sinclair bursts into a classroom, shocking the actor playing the teacher and prompting the crew to ask if he has hurt himself. Perfectly in character, he responds that he hasn't and calls for a reset.
Excuse me, Miss.
No! Reset!
He doesn't break intensity for a moment, though it's possible that the adrenaline of his entrance helped cushion the shock of his burst through the door. It's a great blooper and we love how he stayed in it.
I was looking for a study hall. Bye. Nothing here, man.
Number 2. David Harbour hates grandmas. Chapter 1. Susie, do you copy?
What I wanted to say to you is that,
Uh-oh. I think we're in trouble.
No actor is immune to the giggles, and this blooper proves David Harbour to be no exception. In season 3, Mike and Eleven have continued with their blossoming relationship, and Hopper overhears them getting a little too cozy in her bedroom. He decides to kick Mike out by making up a story about Mike's grandma being sick. Harbour can't get through the scene and keeps laughing every time he has to say grandma.
your mom called. She needs you home right away.
Is everything okay?
No, I don't think so. It's your grandma.
Millie Bobby Brown and Finn Wolfhard eventually break too, and we're sure that it took a lot of takes for them to finally get it right.
It's your grandma.
Yeah!
Clearly they did, because the final cut is intense and hilarious, and now we can appreciate what it took to get there.
It's your grandma.
The word is so funny!
I can't do this.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Ketchup and Mustard. Chapter 3. The Case of the Missing Lifeguard.
Is this it?
Sadie Sink and Millie Bobby Brown teamed up really well as Max and Eleven, and their on-screen friendship seems to have translated into real life. In this creative blooper, the two of them break character at the height of a menacing reveal of them standing in what appears to be a combo nod to the Shining twins and Georgie from It on a doorstep. They break into a seemingly improvised song about them as Ketchup and Mustard because of their bright red and yellow raincoats, adding some dance moves and providing a hilarious moment.
My
We hope the cleverness of the song and dance made up for any upset that the crew might have felt at having to start the scene over. Let us know in the comments if you think you'd have been able to keep a straight face if you were on set for any of these bloopers, or if you'd also snort your milk.
I was out looking for dirt and I found.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.